Welcome to week 17, and I'm down at Blythe Park Run. It's Saturday morning, and I've got a half marathon to do tomorrow down in Middlesbrough. So I'm using today as a bit of a shakeout run, get my legs nice and loose. So no fast times today. Going to skate it right back and get around nice and slow. And I just think this will be a good opportunity to ensure that I keep it slow by giving you an update as I go around on how week 17 has been, because it's been a decent week. It's been such a different week to the last many. It's just been different. I've obviously gone up to the 10 milligrams, so I'll get into how that's made a difference. And then I'm also going to talk about something that might seem small, but to me something pretty special happened this week, and I am absolutely over the moon. But first, I need to go and get warmed up, get myself nice and loosey-goosey, and get ready for Blythe Park Run. And I've got to say, it's such a shame that I wasn't going fast today, because the weather conditions are unbelievable. There's virtually no wind, it's nice and chilly. It's just, I don't know, you can see out for miles. It's beautiful this morning. Right, to make sure I go nice and slow today, I am starting right at the back. So there's a big group in front of me. And I'm just going to pot around nice and easy, which is going to be hard to do, because park run makes you want to go fast. Right, so week 17, how's it been different? To start with, when I had to go online to buy it, it was different, because there was a little pop-up or something that came up that basically said, oh, now you're on the 10, it's going to be a lot stronger, so we have to ask some extra questions and things like that. I should have took a screenshot, but I completely forgot. But it's basically saying that the 10 milligrams is at that dose where it's a bit more serious now. So I'd say serious. I guess you're just getting closer to that full strength, so they want to make sure that everything's good. Thanks, Marshall. And I have to say that now I've taken it and we're a week in to the 10 milligrams, I totally get it. It's a totally different dose. It feels hugely different. I think you would think that the 2.5 to the 5 would be the biggest jump, because you're essentially doubling the dose. And then the 5 to the 7.5 milligrams, 7.5 milligrams was really quite easy. The 7.5 to the 10 milligrams, wow. Feels like being back on day 1, week 1. When I took the 2.5 milligrams, within a few hours it had kicked in. And I now feel like I've got that level of suppression again. It's been really strong all week, which is great. I'm probably going a little bit faster here. In fact, I think to explain this, I'm going to shoot over to Dog Walking Me to talk you through some of these. I'll just go to Dog Walking Me. He can tell you a bit about what's going on. Because this week has been so different to last week. 10 milligrams is so much stronger than 7.5. Sure, scientifically, anything I say now is making no sense whatsoever. But with my bro science, it's so much stronger. The suppression has been there every day this week, which is what I wanted and what I hoped it would be. But it has been a kind of like going all the way back to when I first took the 2.5. When I first took it, if anyone's watched my earlier videos, you'll remember that I was saying that I was essentially having to remind myself to eat. and I kept forgetting. I've not forgotten to eat, because I've now got in the habit of doing everything how I want it to be done. But definitely would be easy to overlook eating when I've jumped up to 10. Like I say, it's like being back at day one where I got the injection, and yeah, the suppression is real. The suppression is definitely real on the 10 milligrams for me. Right, now for the really good news. We had some great news this week. I had to go jeans shopping this week. And me and my daughter went to the Metro Centre to get me some new jeans. Now, I've been a size 38 for years, and often, thanks Marshall, often those 38s are tight if I'm honest, but my pride prevented me buying bigger jeans. Anyway, safe to say that 38s are quite loose on me now, so off we popped to the shop, and I thought, right, I'll see if I can get in a 36. Well, I came home with a size 34. How about that? And they weren't tight, they fit perfectly, and I mean perfectly. I reckon I could probably squeeze myself into a 32 if I tried, but I don't want to have that bad feeling of, oh, these are too small. So over the moon with that.
Well, Gary.
So safe to say, I had a bit of a spring in my step. In fact, safe to say I've had a bit of spring in my step ever since then. That's really good news for me. That's what I say about not worrying too much about what the measurements say, but how the clothes are fitting. And that's a big jump. And then I guess next one is results. Results have not been, well, results. Them jeans are a result. But in terms of the weight, I would say quite happy about it, to be honest. I've actually maintained weight this week. That's the first time in 17 weeks. So I can't really grumble about that, especially the last few days. Thank you, Marshall.
Well done.
The last few days I've been really upping my carb intake, ready for race day tomorrow. So I can't grumble with that. It's the first week in 17 weeks where I haven't made a loss. Nothing to cry about. Right, so we're in the last sort of 700 metres or so. So I'm going to give it a little bit of race pace for the last bit and see how that feels.
People sure think they know what seems best. Too tired to argue, let's give it a rest. Yeah, pay no mind to what I just said. This is a safe place to lightly tread between your arms. I found the light.
Right, done and dusted. Gave that a little bit of beans at the end. I said race pace, but actually I think a bit quicker. It's about 4:30, 4:40. Should have been 5:40 for tomorrow's race pace. But no, that's a really nice part run. I've had a good week. I'm hoping that what I've recorded this week I can mash together in some sort of video, and I hope that it makes sense. I actually wanted the video to be out already, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a great week. Keep it fun and keep it positive. I'll speak to you soon.
Trouble, I'll save your place. Give me a double of what fate awaits. The hand of